Hey, today we're going to talk about the Typecase Edge Magic Style keyboard for iPad, which is supposed to be a cheaper alternative to the 300 US dollar Apple Magic Keyboard case. The Typecase version comes at almost one third of the price and should cost you around 100 US dollars. Let's start with the first thing that everybody notices: the looks. Just going by the appearance, it is impressively similar to the Apple one. To the untrained eye, they are basically the same thing. Generally, when you get cheaper third party Apple accessories, you do compromise on the looks and the ease of use. However, this product has single handedly changed that opinion for me. It is incredibly elegant, looks very premium, and is made of good quality materials. The back is smooth to touch and feels refined. The plastic on the keyboard is high quality and it feels like a very well built product. But before we go further, if this video helps you in any way, please consider subscribing because we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. Okay, getting back to the point. I was a little concerned about the hinge and the stickiness of the magnets. Luckily, the hinge and the magnets are so strong that I've never felt that my precious iPad is in the wrong hands. It generally locks itself securely and has not failed on me yet. While the viewing angles are pretty limited, it does not create a big issue for me. They have restricted the viewing angles to ensure that your iPad does not tip over, and I'm fine with that. It comes with a flap that can be used to hold your Apple Pencil. But this is something that I'm not the biggest fan of. I prefer sticking my pencil to the edge of the iPad, and that works so well that I hardly ever use this flap. I wish there was a version without it. I like these rubber bits that protect your iPad screen from touching the keyboard when closed and getting scratched. Now that we're done with the appearance, let's talk about how the product feels. The keyboard is just fine. I've tried better, I've tried worse, and this one sits right in the middle. I wish the keys were more tactile, I wish they had more travel, but at the low price of 100 US dollars, you cannot really complain. Honestly, most membrane keyboards feel like this, and I don't think it should be a big issue. I love the RGB backlight, especially when I'm working in a dark room. However, I find that out of all the colors, only white feels premium. Every other color makes the product look a little cheap in my opinion. But I'm glad we have all the various color options and brightness adjustment for each one of them. The touchpad follows the same story as the keyboard. You can definitely get better, but better will cost $300. This one is decent, gets the job done, and saves you $200 that you can invest somewhere else. I was concerned about the latency of the keyboard and the touchpad, but fortunately, they are very responsive, sensitive to touch, and I've never had any major issues. Finally, let's talk about some of the quirks. Unlike the Apple Magic Keyboard case, this one comes with two buttons, one to power on and off, and the other to switch to Bluetooth pairing mode. Luckily, you don't have to touch these buttons too often. You only need to power it on once and then you can forget about it. The Bluetooth pairing only has to be done once, and after that, it automatically connects to your iPad whenever needed. But there's one more quirk. The case comes with a USB-C charging port, which means that unlike the Apple Magic Keyboard, which takes power directly from the iPad and never needs to be charged, the Typecase one needs to be charged separately. It doesn't draw power from the three dots at the back of your iPad. Fortunately, the battery only needs to be charged about once or twice a month, which is amazing. Overall, I've been incredibly happy with this purchase. I've saved a lot of money, it gets the job done, and looks fairly premium. If you're looking to buy it, just go for it. We'd love it if you can use the product link in the description as it helps the channel out. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing as it motivates us to continue making such content. This was it for today's video. Thank you for watching.